We'll start, should be stemming here soon, and there we go.
All right, they are off. Here we go.
I've heard no rumblings about any 2 first runs this time, but we'll see what happens. Given the lack of success in it in the first race, I doubt we'll see it again.
Yeah, we had 2 misses of the 3 runners that did decide to go into level 3. The only one who didn't take a death to Manhandla ended up being Unos. So all 4 of our runners are going into level 3 first, so here we go.
Yeah, just speaking to this a little bit, I mean, RL, for example, I believe he was still in the mid-30s probably, 6 months ago. So it sure seems like not that long ago, and dude has been a superstar ever since. Probably doesn't get the attention or recognition he deserves, being in the European time zones. But just absolutely a fantastic player. Did a wonderful job participating with us in the chase for 28s that we did recently. That were tremendous events. We actually got to see some 28s in that, which was fun.
Absolutely. We're trying to get the clock up. Looks like we've got the clock up and running now. The accurate time for our 4 runners at the moment, as they have all picked up their raft.
Yep, and pointed out by John Taven in chat, a couple of our runners have 2 keys. A couple of them only have 1. There's a couple of different key acquisition strats that we see here in level 3 that can change the way they run the rest of the run. Having that extra one in your pocket, you can move over or try to skip something else.
All right, it's going to be random effect, the first to the Manhandla fight, and he just missed the 7 pin, but does pick up the spare. He gets his 4-pack of bombs. That was a good Manhandla fight there by random effect.
That was a pretty good one. It was interesting to see both he and Drone entering with low bombs into that one.
But Drone picking up the strike right in the pocket. Great shot there on that bomb. Oral 509 and BT's both out of level 3 as well. Good job. We've got 4 runners, none of them taking a death to Troll Handla.
Huge disparity from what we saw in the previous race. This is exciting. I mean, the BT and RL were basically in perfect sync there, lifting the Triforce. And with Drone and Random Effect, we're looking at a difference of, a screen and a half maybe, and that could be mitigated by the key pickup that Drone had.
Yeah, absolutely. That is the difference right there. The key pickup that Drone decided to take as opposed to REBT and ORL 509. We have our runners here in level 4. None of these runners have taken any damage up to this point. They want to try to keep that beam sword for as long as possible because you're not going to get many health drops here, especially when you have a wood sword, because when you take down a Zol, you need to have at least a white sword in order to get a drop. When you have a wood sword, those Zols will spin into 2 gels, and they're in the no-drop group.
Yeah, and the cool thing now, you may have seen on Drone screen, he actually got a double 5 rupee drop from using a bomb on a couple Zols. That was huge for him. He's more or less set for resources now, as long as he can get out of here with some bombs.
Yeah, the money looks excellent. Of course, he got one of them as part of the money dropping group that those Zols are in. Plus, he forced the 10 count to get that second one consecutively. That was really well played.
Comment in chat about BT's movement. It just speaks to what I said earlier. Like, I don't know that anyone, I know it's not that he isn't following, strict patterns and using science and such, but I don't know that anyone makes this game feel like art quite like he does.
Well, that is for sure. Because again, Random Effect with the lead, the quote-unquote lead right now on this race here, but they're now both in the same room, Random Effect and RC Drone, and there we go. They're pretty much side by side, just like BT's and Orel 509. Let's see how the Gliok fight goes with the beam sword. It's much easier. 10 for the first head, 6 for the second head. And right now, it's really good.
He's going for those bombs.
He got
him. He did. When I saw him walking in, I thought, well, you know, Random Effect is a step behind, but he's got more bombs. Drone forcing the bomb drop on the dead Gliok is going to leave with 1 fewer bomb and just 7. But man, 26 rupees. That's some speed. That's kind of like investing in your futures there. Having those rupees early means you can kind of fly through some other stuff later.
BT's taking a lead on Orel 509, who's going to have a little bit of a refill coming out of level 4. But the more important news, no deaths to Gliok here. They're going to be moving on.
Yeah, these have been very clean runs so far from all 4 guys.
I'll take a look at this. Drone going for, I believe, the money-making game manipulation, or what was he doing? Because he did an Up+A. I'm not familiar with this route.
Did we lose video on Drone? Because I feel like level 3 would be
yeah, something is wrong.
Oh, okay. Well, that is.
Wow, you know, I never really thought about that, but yes, you can soft lock when you do a screen scrolling if you do it on the wrong tile.
Oh man, that's rough.
I never really thought about that. Oh, that is unfortunate.
That's rough, man.
Yeah, that was a good catch there by Fast CC, another renowned Legend of Zelda runner in his own right. Yeah, I never would have thought about that, but yeah, it is true that you can soft lock if your screen scrolling goes awry. Yeah, that was a good question that people just pointed out in chat. Couldn't they just up an A out of it? And Bogey Spall's replying that he is respecting the no up an A system. That's why he is starting over like that. Why? You just hate to see that, folks.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of is what it is. I mean, he's obviously got, his work cut out for him at this point. But, let's be honest. If something happens to Random in level 9, we could be neck and neck again very soon.
Most certainly is. Meanwhile, Random Effect, the first one to pick up the Triforce here in level 1. BT's takes down the Aquamentus with the bomb. Look at the bomb counts that Orel has. Maximum. You love to see that.
Yep. He'll use 1 there because he's got so many. Because, walking in, going to level 2 with 7 bombs, not really an issue. You know you're going to leave that place with more than you came in, more than likely.
Effect will pick up his heart container, so he's got 7 hearts. Let's see if Drone can go 2 for 2 in the strike department against Manhandla. Oh, he just missed the 7. That was very, very close. I thought he had it.
And now he's out of bombs, and wow. This is a nightmare here for him.
Yeah, he is getting the absolute maximum punishment from the game for soft locking there. Boy, that's just rough. But does take him down. Very nicely done.
Yeah, stayed out of trouble, which is not an easy thing to do when Manhandle's at max speed and firing the fireballs at you.
So here we are on level 2 right now. The bomb count looking really good for Random Effect. BT's only has 2 bombs, but he could certainly make something out of those 2 bombs if he plays it right. Here's Orel 509 going at level 2 with 6 bombs.
Yeah, that just means that BT's going to clear the Korea room, and he nets 3 bombs out of there, whereas RL will just skip it, most likely.
Absolutely. You can try and force a bomb from these Moldorms here. Let's see. Random Effect now has 5 bombs. And BT's with the successful force from those Moldorms. Very well done. There's RL509 with the Moldorms. Let's see how he does. He's not able to force, so he'll need to land some well-placed bombs in this Korea room coming up. Speaking of which, Random just cleared that room. Very well done. And BT.
Holy fairies over there for RL.
Yeah, the good old fairy explosion. Hyrule's Hyrule's favorite lottery game show, Fairy Explosion. Meanwhile, we've got Random Effect and BTs picking up simultaneous Triforces, and we've got a Troll Dongo sighting for Oral 509, but still does manage to take him down. Patience gets his bomb, and he's out of level 2.
Right, so yeah, RL now leaving level 2 as well. So we've got 3 runners basically in the same spot right now. BT's and Random almost literally there, although Random misses a screen scroll, so he's a little bit behind BT now. They're not racing, so it's inconsequential. Random probably, he's not going to take his foot off the gas necessarily, but certainly has a cushion he knows that he can work with to maybe not have to be as aggressive as he was originally planning on when he realized he was going to be going up against Drone. Obviously, that's a situation where you're going to know you got to push the limits a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how the rest of the run goes for Random Effect. I mean, yeah, if getting a PB in a race situation, they just don't grow on trees. But if, he feels he can push it, especially with what happened to the RC Drone, I mean, he certainly could give it a shot. And if the pace all of a sudden suddenly goes to pot, he could slow it down at that point.
Gibdo's looks like Random was trying to get 2 of them down there. Only got 1, but that is 1 fewer that'll be there on the way back. And good old Fort Gibdo kind of being nice to him, kind of opened the path for him. It seems like a simple room, but it can get away from you in a hurry trying to get through there on your way to the recorder.
Random had a little bit of trouble with the block clipping there in that blue dark nut room, but he recovered nicely. You can easily panic in that room when those blue dark nuts get very close to you when you miss on the first try. I know that certainly happened to me when I used to run this game. Nice force of the bomb there by BTs in that Olive Garden room, getting that 10 count. That's very difficult to do because, again, normally not in the bomb dropping group, they're in the health dropping group, so making good uses of the resources. But in spite of that, that wasn't the quickest of rooms, but it wasn't too bad for BTs. He still got 4 bombs to his name. Meanwhile, Random Effect has no bombs to his name.
Yep, he has exhausted his supply in there, and RL is very close to doing the same. He had a couple miss, but he is leaving with full health, which is always nice.
Well, absolutely, and he still has 1 bomb, so he could force if he would like to try. BTs and Orel are both very close. BTs with a slight lead at the moment. There's the bombs waiting for BTs, and he's able to take them off. There's the bow pickup for RC Drone in level 1. For those who may have just joined us, the reason why you're seeing RC Drone behind Random Effect is unfortunately he soft locked while doing a screen scroll after he completed level 4.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It happened, and here we are. But yeah, Random Effect, though, to his credit, has played a pretty flawless run so far and gets a nice bomb drop there from the Gibdos to kind of help his run situation out. And he's going to try to smoke it at Dongo here to get to 8. Again, knowing he has a little bit of time on his side, taking the time to make sure he's got the resources he needs.
Gets a successful stun on that Dodongo, so now he does have those 8 bombs. BT is going to be the first one to the little old Mr. Recorder here, Dig Dogger. There's the bomb set up. Is he going to go for the double? Nope, he's going to sort him the rest of the way. And takes him down. Very good. So level 5 complete for BTs.
Yeah, ever since most of the top runners switched to the format of running level 2, then level 5, instead of level 5 and then level 2, you see more and more people, most likely doing the 1 bomb on Dig Dogger. That way they can still have 7 for 7.
Yeah, that is true because each segment of Dig Dogger takes 8 HP, so you get 1 bomb down, that's 4 of your HP right there. Then you're going to need 4 wood sword hits to take it down. If you have the white sword, you would just need
2. Now, BT's doing the customary shopping, going to be joined shortly by both RL and Random Effect. These, man, you know, there's still plenty of time for anything to happen here, but man, BT and RL, this is a heck of a show.
It really is. This is anybody's game at this point. I mean, all it takes is a few mistakes here and there, and RL could take the lead here. This is close.
Yep, they're separated by 1 shopping trip, more or less, at the moment. And level 7 might be one of the more high variance levels in the game. It's not quote unquote hard in the, big bad enemy sort of way, but man, time can absolutely get away from you in a hurry there.
Take a look at the rupee disparity between BTs and RL. BTs has 4 rupees, but RL has quadruple that amount at 32 rupees. So if he's having some trouble with the river room, I mean, he could put those arrows to use, whereas BTs really can't do that with his low rupee count.
Yeah. I saw BT going out of his way to kill a few enemies on his way in. I suspect his intention was to work a count to the river room, but unfortunately, getting bopped in this first room again, death by 1,000 cuts. He's now going to group all these gorillas together and get some bombs that way, it appears.
And with that, RL's going to take the lead. All right, so here is that river room, and he does have the wood arrows equipped. He's got plenty of money, so might as well use it. Very well done.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world for PT, though, having those extra bombs. He's going to put them to use. You put 1 to use in the river room and cleared that out in a hurry.
Well, that was a really, really good river room. So he's going to gain a few seconds there on RL because of that. He kept his beam sword, but then, of course, the turrets get him. Go figure.
Yeah, that room with the Dig Dogger. If it's not Dig Dogger guarding the door, it's the turrets.
Yep, exactly. It's tough to keep your beam sword in this because, again, with the blue gorillas just firing their boomerangs like mad, again, you're losing 1 heart every time you get popped. I mean, if you're not careful, that health can go down very quickly.
Yeah, it's a situation where you never feel like you're in danger until you get past that dark Chevy room where the map is, and all of a sudden you realize you've only got 5 hearts.
Yeah, which may seem like a lot, but in the real big picture, it really isn't that many hearts, as we have a simultaneous red candle pickup from Random Effect and BTs, but it is RL 509 who still leads, getting through that room, not taking damage. That's very good. So let's see if he goes for the double bomb strats against Dig Dogger. You would think he would, and he does. Here's a very interesting situation, if I'm doing my math correctly, and I am. If he gets no more bomb drops, he's got 1 bomb left. He's got to get a bomb drop coming up to the level 6. If he doesn't get it, BTs could bring it back here.
Yeah, and then that bomb, the time that BT spent farming bombs here in level 7 could pay off tremendously. Definitely a big race strat there.
Yeah, most certainly. So we'll see how this plays out. Of course, RL could get lucky and get a bomb drop from these orange gorillas, and it looks like he's going after them. And he gets no drop.
Nothing, yep. So it's either moblins in the forest or a wing and a prayer in level 6.
Speaking of wings and a prayer, Random Effect is in that same bomb trouble. He also has 0 bombs coming out of level 7.
Oh wow, that would be an interesting one in a heads-up situation. Even so, though, it will be neat to see which path RL takes. If he, in a PB attempt situation, you're going straight to level 6. But I'm curious to see if he does something else here.
Yeah, taking a divergence, but no, RL's not even going to bother trying to take down the blue moblins, which are indeed in the bomb-dropping group. RC Drone here in level 5. He's got the bombs ready to go against Dig Dogger. And he's going to do the 1 bomb, 4 stab strat. That's perfect. And gets a fairy drop. Very well done.
I forgot with the way the route is now, you do come across these blue Octoroks as well. None of them dropping bombs for RL.
Nah, that's because the game knows. They know they're
or
at
random
0 bombs. Yep, same for both runners. You know they're not going to give them the bombs when they absolutely desperately need them. It just doesn't work that way in this game.
Yeah, so this is gonna be something here, especially for RL. If he cannot get a bomb drop in these first few rooms in level 6, he's gonna have to take a considerably more difficult path through level 6 than BT is.
Not to mention that he's gonna lose a key in the process.
Yep.
So yeah, this is very critical that Orel 509 and Random Effect get a bomb drop coming up here in these first few rooms of level 6. It's going to get dicey as BT's picks up his magical sword, the one that does 4 HP of damage. Here we go. We're going to keep our eyes very closely glued to both of these runners. No luck there for Random Effect. Orel does
he got him.
Bomb drop.
He got him. Okay. So
now, in Random Effect's case, not getting the bombs isn't going to be the end of the world to him because of what had happened to RC Drone, but Orel desperately needed that drop.
Yeah, that was going to be a huge disadvantage for him if he didn't. I mean, obviously there was still a chance here, a couple of rooms up, but you definitely don't want to walk into that magical breakfast with no explosives to your name.
And good news for Random Effect, the orange Wizrobes decided to cooperate in the first magical breakfast room, so he's got bomb drops, he's set.
RL got some from there as well, so he's riding high at this point.
Oh, absolutely. From 0 to 7, you love to see that, and he'll be in really good shape, of course. He'd love to come out of level 6 with the maximum 8 bombs.
Yeah, but at this point, there's not a whole lot of difference between 7 and 4, so, use them to make more, and he did there.
Indeed, he's got the maximum 8 bombs. Meanwhile, Random Effect not as lucky.
Oh, some bombs in the doorway there. Good thing he doesn't need them because you'd hate to try to grab those and wind up walking out of the room.
Yeah, too easy to get out. I mean, that's just a trap. He's got the maximum bombs. There's no need to go back. Meanwhile, BT's has all the bombs in the world as he completes his second magical breakfast room. He's got the arrows ready. Looking at the money counts, no problem for BT's or RL, but Random Effect has just 2 rupees to his name, so he better shoot accurately.
It's not a situation we've encountered at all yet in this young tournament.
Not at all. So here we go, and he makes it in 1. Very good. So all of our runners, RL and Random Effect, are out of level 6. Here comes the Goma fight for BT's. It took him a few shots, so he had the extra money, so he might as well use it like a machine gun.
Yeah, there's couple of different ways you can go about it. In his situation, knowing he's behind by just a little bit, probably didn't want to waste the time to set up the guaranteed one shot, and being as deft as he is with the controller, knew he could get a couple off in time, and always moving forward, BT takes down that Goma. And here we go to level 8, friend.
Absolutely, yeah, because if you don't get that 1 cycle off of Goma, that is just a humongous time loss before he opens up that eye again. I mean, it's very annoying if you don't get that 1 cycle. Tricorder, RC Drone is successful, very good, and he has enough money to purchase both the bait and the wooden arrows. He'll have 6 rupees to spare going into level 7.
And shout outs to Drone, by the way, for going all out ever since the soft lock. Man, that had to be disheartening.
It really had to be. And, I've never witnessed one in a Zelda 1 race. I've seen them in Zelda 2 races, but never in Zelda 1. So yeah, that was indeed very unfortunate. So now we have our 3 runners here in level 8, the 2 Blue Lagoon rooms. Right now, Orel's in the second one. Still leading BT's right now, but Orel going to use some of his bombs, and that was a nice shot there to take down a couple of those blue dark nuts and get some hearts, so his health is looking pretty good.
Yeah, that's good, and it does leave him 1 bomb short of the required to finish, but I'm sure he's got a plan for that.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be too worried about Orel at this point, so yeah, he's in really good shape. Looking at this clock here, he still might have a shot at a sub 30.
Yeah, it would take a really good level 9, but all of these players are capable of really good level 9s. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in this tournament where we got the top, 8 of the top runners of this game to participate.
All right, Orel takes down the four-headed Gliok, but BTs has made up some time, and his refill's going to be much less, so we've got ourselves a ball game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're looking at, a difference of, 6 seconds maybe, leaving level 8. That's great stuff.
If that, man. All right, meanwhile, Random Effect takes down the four-headed Gliok, so he'll be moving on to level 9 also. Orel is going to keep that lead over BTs as we're getting everything resynced here. Going into level 9, the Great Equalizer. Looking at the bomb counts, it is a little advantage for BTs. Or else is going to have to get lucky with the bomb drop.
Not anymore, it isn't.
Oh, it is. But he's got to make sure he doesn't take damage. He does not. So, yeah, that was a great throw, Lionel, right there, giving him that all-important bomb drop, and he's going to be set here in level 9.
Yeah, it's almost like it was a good thing that he came in there with fewer than the bombs needed, because by doing that, he now has extras. Kind of forced his hand into a good situation. A little swag from RC Drone in level 7. As he's out of bombs, unfortunately.
All right, meanwhile, Random Effect also in a pretty good situation. He's got 7 bombs, so he is in really good shape going into level 9. But unfortunately for RC Drone, as you can see, he is out of bombs, so that is not a good position to be here in level 7. He's trying to get a drop from the orange gorillas, and so far not working out.
You can see in action here, though, that he tracks every kill he makes in this game, and so he knows how many keys he needs to go down into the basement to kill to come back out to have another shot at a bomb drop.
BTs took 1 bot to Patra 1. Random Effect still has his beam sword, so does Orel 509. Almost got bopped by that Keist there, but is able to escape. Would have gotten a hard drop anyways if it would have been a bop, so he still got his beams. Unfortunately, Random Effect getting a left Patra, so that cost him 2 hearts.
Yeah. There's unfortunately not a whole lot you can do about left Patra. Coming out of there -2 is pretty close to the best case scenario.
Yeah, it really is, and luckily for RC Drone, he did manage to get that bomb drop from the orange gorilla and is out of level 7. Meanwhile, we have Orel 509 just finishing off that room of requirement, that reverse C, not the room of requirement, but the famous reverse C room with the silver arrows, and he's got plenty of health.
Yeah, good. In a very good situation, and still with an abundance of money as well. The rupee gods have been kind to him in this run. BT's, though, with a huge clock, all the Wizrobes hanging out in the middle. He's going to be able to clear this out in a hurry and leave with full health.
That's amazing. I'll tell you what, with this kind of deficit, I think it's going to take a bad Ganon fight for Orel and the perfect one for BTs at this point. Of course, a few things beforehand could still happen, but yeah, right now BTs need some help.
Yeah, BT is, I'm rooting for a fast Patra to see if it can to narrow the gap going into the final fight, but he's got some work to do up to that point.
The penultimate Wizrobe room, and Orel is out of there with another heart to his name, up to 9 hearts now. Random Effect clears the reverse C room, gets his silver arrows, and he's still got 8 hearts to his name. BT's taking a couple of hits here. He's down to 9.5.
Yeah, you've got the mandatory one from the Patra outside of the staircase. But then anything after that, you weren't planning on.
Alright, so, looks like Orel's going for fast Patra here. Look at this. That's a pretty good fast Patra.
Not bad, yeah.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon 4 hits. He's got 5 hearts, so he can survive 1 high roll driver, but nothing else. There's 1, 2, 3. Got him.
Perfection.
That is perfection. And RL 509 will be advancing to the semifinals. Get your GGs out for him just over the 30-minute mark.
That was a fantastic performance by RL, the French Connection, winning the car chase. Fantastic work by him, and we will see him again in a couple of races, most likely going up against Random Effect.
All right, but BT's driver, he only had 2.5 hearts left.
Yeah, at that point you kind of got to go for it. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him. Let's see if Random Effect can finish the deal here. Patra kind of giving him the business.
Yeah, Patra 3 doing Patra 3 things. You don't like to see that. I mean, if he takes a death, this is not over, as RC Drone just grabbed the Triforce out of level 6. And one more time, here's Gannon. If he can get the 4 hits, but of course, a high roll driver is going to send him back to start. There's 1. Oh, but he's got the stun lock. This is perfect. He's got him.
Fantastic work there by Random. Staying just out of the hitbox. Taking down Gannon. It's so easy to find yourself in the wrong spot there, and he was right on the edge.
So GG to both RL 509 and Random Effect. They're moving on to the semifinals. RC Drone going to try to finish this up. He's in level 8.
So we have our second set of semifinalists, Random Effect and RL509, joining Unos and Green Mario. Unos and Green Mario will be the matchup coming up next here in just a few minutes. We're hanging around with RC Drone for the moment being, but we will need to get that other race started here very shortly. Very excited for these matchups. Green Mario versus Unos is a really exciting one for me. Big time old school, new school matchup there.
As we wait for this race, all right, it's good news.
I heard something. Well, tell us about it, man.
All right, so Green Mario was not content to just play the game. Green Mario was given us $50. Z1 for charity. Hell yeah. The first to $9.90, and me being a fan of large round numbers, put $10 on top of it to say Mr. 1000. So we have attained our first goal of $1,000.
Fantastic. That's awesome news.
Yeah, that is awesome indeed. $1,000 already, and we still got quite a bit of this event left to go.
Got a whole week ahead of us.
Yeah, maybe we'll get some freebies tonight during the Mario RPG randomizer.
All right, so I will get to poking that Game Boy to move that $1,000 a little higher.
Yeah, no, that's awesome news, and you guys keep it going. I'm sorry I laughed during the Green Mario donation read because I could hear him saying exactly what you said. I was like, yep, that was Green Mario's donation.
All right, while we're waiting on here, we got some other goals again. I don't believe Green Mario attached that donation to anything. Let me see. Nope. So our goals remain the same.
Yeah, if my wife's listening, she needs to put the donation towards something.
No, she did. She smashed the factory in RPG.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I must play it twice now. She put a lot of money down in that factory.
All right.
Might have to beat it, go back and do it again.
All right. Nice. I'm hearing from our producers at a official timing on RL's race came in just under 30 minutes, 29:57. So that's our first sub 30 of the tournament. GG's to him for that.
Yeah, very nicely done.
All right, so upcoming goals again. RPG tonight. we can make the QLEX fight, or QLEX spot fight, a reality for the finale. We can also have Mega Man 2 randomizer, have the finale do burst chasers. We have a few rounds of basic Mega Man 2 randomizer, basic I say, and we have the finale use the burst chaser modifications, which is faster movement and jumping and air sliding. And also we have points ready for Beat Mania to add more songs to the finale, make it into a 12 or 16 song extravaganza. Chrono Trigger Just in Time, you can force Ozzy's fort in the finale, because everyone loves to see Ozzy Pants. Is the Ozzy Pants, right? It's been a while. And of course, the choosing of characters and names for Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide and Final Fantasy Randomizer, so you can change around the rules of those games. Make them play the party of your choice. Well, half the party, anyway. Alright, so stretch goal. Our trackers went to very slowly catch up to us. Looking at $2,000 for the next batch. So, we're going to take our ball from the end zone and run back the other way and go to that end zone. Alrighty, so again, we're looking at the Zelda randomizer, not randomizer. I wish that's saying too much.
You'd like to think so, wouldn't you?
My first thought, yesterday came up, my first thought was like, no, it's not random, it's easy. And then like, oh, I walked in a room. I hope that key or that Manhandla or that Leok or that other enemy spawns in the right spots, doesn't murder me. So there's plenty of random to be had in Zelda, even in the basic version. But yeah, a few more races here. We got the semifinals, 1, 2, and the finale. And we got a little intermission. Get yourself some lunch. Get some dinner, enjoy yourself. And then 10 p.m. we're starting the Super Mario RPG Randomizer. We got a standard race at the get-go of a 4-way race. Top 2 advance to a finale later on at 12:30. So we have a night full of Super Mario RPG waiting for you. Then we have a intermission till tomorrow at 3 p.m. And we have many, many Final Fantasy Randomizer races. Followed up by Super Smash TV at 8 p.m. And the Smash TV will be interesting. It's actually more of a big pile. It's 8 people race the first race, then 7, then 6, then 5, then 4. You just keep chopping one off as you go up the line. And
I must say, RC Drone, give him credit. He did not give up after that soft lock. Well done.
Yeah, good stuff from him. And if I'm looking at my clock correctly, probably still faster than I would have finished.